I'm fitting the score next. My chair's all net, me and Jay just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Nigga, watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. It's been between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that or Millie rock like a FanDuel. That's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
BROOKLYN, BROOKLYN,
You establish a culture, that's where you do.
Yo, it's Big Fade Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Listen, man, we back at it. I got some questions, man. You know, it look like it's just me here tonight. Oh, shout out to Brian. He was on the panel last night. Yo, put this in the group chat. I was trying to find a group chat on my phone. Put it in the group chat. See if you know what I mean? If y'all want to pull up. Brian, are you Bry? Are you the same person? Is Bry and Brian the same person, or is it two different people? You know, shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Shout out to Claude Smith. He said no to both questions. Cam Thomas can be the Brooklyn Nets franchise player? Yes. Oh, all right, bro. Yeah, it was hectic when you was here last time. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking for you, actually. I wanted you to, you know what I'm saying, jump on the panel with me, talk basketball with me. You know, I'll be trying to hear different content creators, Nets fans. I want this to be a platform where we hear a lot from Nets fans, man. Shout out to Ice doing the work on TikTok. Shout out to Peoples in the building, man. Nets fans is the best fans, but y'all know that. Claude Smith, Cam Thomas can be the Brooklyn Nets franchise player. That's the question. So y'all, but yes, for me, he shows leadership. All you gotta do is give him the opportunity, and I think he'll make the most of it. I just think, for the most part, everybody was hesitant and reluctant because they thought that we would get a top 3 pick, and now that we don't have the top 3 pick, we don't have the top 4, 5, 6, or 7th pick. You trying to tell me that the best person to run this team as a player is the rookie over Cam Thomas? I'm tired of all you Nets fans that's playing all of these other players in front of Cam Thomas. And if it ain't y'all specifically, the Brooklyn Nets, Spencer Dinwiddie, he was in front of him. The only one that made sense in front of him was Kyrie, Harden, Schroeder, and KD. Other than that, no. Ben Simmons, no. Like, these players, they shouldn't have been the number one option. They should have had Cam Thomas the number one option. I do think that Cam Thomas, you know what I'm saying, should be considered. You know, consider Cam Thomas the 27th pick in the 2021 draft, the number one option on our team. Brunson is the 33rd pick, and he's the number one option on that team. That's the parallel. That's the real. Now, I'm not saying that he's as good as Brunson. I'm saying that give him the same opportunities y'all give Brunson. We're gonna see what happens. You know what I'm saying? As a fan, I want Cam Thomas to have this opportunity with the Brooklyn Nets, not somewhere else, not on a different team, not because he wants to, I don't know, be on the bench and that's his role, because y'all want to minimize and say that he should come off of the bench. He be like Lemon Pepper Lou. He better than Lemon Pepper Lou. I get on my, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I disagree with y'all heavily on this Cam Thomas situation, man. I just think y'all caught up in the numbers. Y'all think, and y'all wrong. Y'all wrong for it. You know, y'all wrong for it. Y'all shouldn't be doing it, and y'all wrong for it. Caught up in the percentage, and we didn't even get that pick. Caught up in the you know what I'm saying, top 3 pick. We didn't even get the pick. We didn't get the percentage for the pick, and even for the percentage that we got, you can't tell me that, you know what I'm saying, things don't look quite suspicious. Hold on. For entertainment purposes only. But like I said, I ain't tripping on none of that. I'm just saying what I'm mad at is them not giving Cam Thomas an opportunity, and Nets fans, y'all waiting like, oh, whoever we draft gonna be the number one option over Cam Thomas, and now we about to get the 8th pick, and y'all ain't singing that same song, and I'm just tired of the disrespect. Only KD, Kyrie, Harden, and Schroeder made sense for to be the number one option over Cam Thomas. Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, who else? Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and anybody else. Everybody else, they shouldn't be in front of Cam Thompson. He that good. He better than good. He great. He's a great player on the offensive side of the ball, and he could lead a team. Y'all just don't want to give him the opportunity for your own reasons. Y'all wilding out. Y'all wilding out. Shout out to League Bremer in the chat. He said, yo, Breezy, got any extra seats at the Tiki Bar in Cancun? I'm going to join y'all when I finish eating this humble pie. That's funny. Shout out to League Bremer. He a Celtic fan. And I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. Jaylen Brown, he better get busy. That's all I'm going to say. He better get busy. If he don't put it, if he don't, he can't outplay Mikal Bridges. He can't live this down. You can't live this down. When the next time you going to be in the playoffs in the second round, Jaylen Brown? You can't live this, bro. You gotta, you're gonna be, no, I'm talking basketball. I ain't talking about your whole life. I'm talking about basketball. When it come down to talks, you're gonna forever be remembered as the player that y'all they lost. You was the finals MVP. Jaylen Brown, you was the finals MVP. You gonna let Mikal Bridges and OG lock you down? And you was the finals MVP? Nah, you should be somewhere shadow boxing or shadow basketball playing. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Terrell Davis, he said, CT not a 6-man. It's more than you have to build a team and find complementary players. If he's averaging 25 as a main option with constant pressure and doubles, and he only 23, he has potential. I agree. Brian, he said Jeremiah might still be on the board, though, because the 2 teams behind us, Wizards, Pelicans, both need bigs. They might take Derek and Malawak. I agree with that. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tap that like button. We out here, man. We finna talk about, what it is as Cam Thomas as a number one option. If what Brian is saying is right, and we get Jeremiah Fitz, it's super duper lit. And don't tell me that it ain't. Hey, the truth is that a backcourt with Fizz and Cam Thomas, with Cam Thomas being the number one option over Fizz because he could play point or play off the ball. To my knowledge, Jeremiah Fizz only plays the point guard position. I'm pretty sure he could shoot, you could interchange, but it ain't the same. Cam Thomas might, had a more he has a more NBA experience. I just think he should be the head player in charge. I don't want that to be misunderstood. I know Fizz is good. I keep hearing how great he is. I get it. But I don't want it to be misunderstood. I don't care who we draft at 8. They should be second to Cam Thomas. And y'all want to wait. This is the problem. This is the karma that we get as Nets fans. Y'all with this propaganda, having this guy start the franchise, and that's the wrong idea. I told all y'all Nets fans, all of y'all, I told all of y'all this. Stop doing that. You're disrespecting who we got on the team right now. The rebuild is already happening. It happened with the coach that you got to play in Cam Thomas. They just part of the roster. Respectfully, they not everything as far as the team. Jordi Fernandez run a 10-man rotation. We talking about one player and one coach. Shout out to the coaching staff too. BK Nothing But Nets podcast. Subscribe to that podcast. I missed that podcast. They had I think Scoop. They had Scoop on there earlier. I missed that. I was at work, honestly. But I think I could download it. So I'll probably download it and then listen to it tomorrow. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, hit that like button. Yeah, okay, Scoop is on there. Yeah, I did see that. Brian said, if we don't get a guard this draft, are we re-signing D'Lo? Because there's not many guards late in the draft. I don't know. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. We could talk about it. Terrell Davis, he said having 8th pick in draft is still great position. We have 4 first-round picks and high second-round pick. At least 2 or 3 have to hit and be good pieces. Okay, shout out to DFG Hoops. I don't like the 76ers. Let me start with that. I don't like the way they just bully shit. I don't like that shit. I don't like how y'all get talent and y'all don't get busy. I don't like that shit. I don't like how y'all had all of these first round picks and didn't get to the finals. I don't like how Trae Young came after the quote-unquote process, and that's a real process what Trae Young did with the Atlanta Hawks and how fast he got to the Eastern Conference beating the 76ers. You shouting me out. I got love for you, DFJ Hoops. Y'all can subscribe to this page, but just know I'm going to be over there giving a pure hellfire. I got no love for the 76ers. They straight bullies. They do what they want. They say what they want. Nobody says nothing, and it amounts to a bunch of fucking losing. Shout to DFJ Hoops, but just know on this page, I give the 76ers work. I want to hear none of that shit. Facts. So, yeah, now that I set the tone, you know what it is. I got no love for the 76ers. I don't like nothing that they do. I don't like how they put their shit together. I don't like... Listen, at the end of the day, for y'all to be in a situation to have these players, y'all just do what y'all want. Y'all sign Harden, y'all sign Paul George, y'all trade Tobias, y'all get Jimmy Butler, trade him. Y'all got so much talent, so much to get it right, and all y'all did was get it wrong. Y'all get on my goddamn nerves. Y'all put a stain on the motherfucker, on what we got going on. I'm telling you, in this Atlantic Division, that shit, y'all winning and all of that. Why y'all should be winning more than the Brooklyn should be winning? Nah, don't jump in the chat like it's sweet. Why y'all should be winning more than us? Tired of the 76ers. Y'all need to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to move around. Y'all need, you know what I'm saying? We need elbow room. Tired of this shit. Why the NBA giving us the 8th pick and giving y'all the 3rd pick? This shit gotta stop. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Nah, man. Tired, man. Give us some elbow room, man. Y'all being greedy, man. Y'all greedy, man. Word, man. I ain't fucking with y'all, man. Y'all straight greedy, man. That ass. Thought I was playing. Yeah, man. Anytime I see you go live, I'm bringing pure hellfire to your shit. Tired of this shit, man. We get the 8th pick, y'all get the 3rd pick. I don't want to talk to you. Talk to you. We supposed to get the 3rd pick. I'm telling you, DFJ hoops. Shit don't make no damn sense, man. It don't. What the Brooklyn Nets do? We ain't do nothing to nobody. What we do? What we do? Exactly. It was 4 ABA teams. The Pacers, the Denver Nuggets, the Spurs, and the Brooklyn Nets. Y'all show big love to the to the Spurs. Big love to the Spurs. Big fucking love to the Spurs. Big love. They an ABA franchise. We ain't never get no love the same way the Spurs got love. Denver getting love. You see them? They got their championship. You see the Pacers, they going to the Eastern Conference Finals with the talent that they got in their team because of the draft and how they just getting pieces from other teams that want to play there, Siakam and so on and so forth. They getting love. Why we can't get no love? Brooklyn, we spread love and we can't get no love. I have the draft at the Barclays. How y'all gonna have the draft at the Barclays and not rock with us? Shout out to my guy Bright TV. Y'all supposed to be rocking with us. Y'all supposed to be rocking with the Brooklyn Nets. JDJ, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, JDJ. Stop. DFJ, y'all don't be spreading no love. All facts. Hold on, I'm about to throw the link in the chat. I'm definitely about to throw the link in the chat. But I want to just address the title before I do. So y'all know how I feel about Cam Thomas becoming a franchise player. Do it. Why this season he not the franchise player? Is y'all gonna make it the 8th pick? Is the 8th pick gonna be the franchise player? See what I'm saying? Y'all don't. Now we gonna wait. Now we gotta wait. I'm tired of fucking waiting. I'm tired of hearing about percentages. That shit burn us. No, man. Excuse me. Yeah, where you at, PT? Yo, we had to do this. Every day always get the 5th pick. Worst team get the 5th pick. Y'all mad because we ain't get 12 minutes. Disgusted. The Mavericks went to the play-in damn near. Like, what we talking about, man? What's going on, man? Y'all Nets fans, y'all ain't. Y'all think losing is good? It's not fucking good. The NBA gonna do what they want. Call it what you want. Say what you want. Call it how you see it. For entertainment purposes only. Listen, man. Cam Thomas, he should be the franchise player, man. I'm gonna leave it at that. Should we take again? Hell no. No, we should not. Oh nah. I can't let you do that, bro. I can't let you do that, bro. I can't let you do that, DFJ. I had to put DFJ on timeout. I'm sorry. He said Brooklyn got fake love. I didn't ban him. I just put him on timeout. I can't have 76ers fans. They already bullies. They bullies. Somebody got to come on, man. What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Jose Bless, he said the West too loaded. MF need to come east to the Nets. JDJ, he said Spurs over there talking about Wemby, Castle, Fox, and saying they don't even need Harper. Look at this shit. This shit got me so vexed. Look at the big love that the NBA be showing them. And I'm not mad that they showing them, but like, what about us? Why they get that much love? And we don't get no love? Y'all ain't got no love left for the Brooklyn Nets? You got Wemby at 1, Castle at 4? And then what? What's their draft pick again? 2? Come on, man. Stop it, man. Y'all gotta stop it, man. EG, you can't be talking about me, EG. I can't even address this comment. Listen, man. Should we take again? No. Compete. See how good this duo could be between Cam Thomas and whoever we draft. Just see what happens. We ain't gotta listen. We straight Brooklyn. We represent grit. We represent going out there, giving it all you got. We represent the love of the game. We spread love. So we imagine that the players play with love and they do it for the love. Because if you do it for the love, that's where you safest at, because that's where it's pure. Don't the business of basketball will always be the business of basketball, but don't let it take your love for the game away. The fans love Cam Thomas. Y'all want to talk contracts? Huh? Yeah, all that shit matter, but no, the fans, it's the love of the game. That shit ain't got no money on it. I mean, they do sell the tickets for you to come to the game. You know what I'm saying? Different ways they sell merch, but still, you know what I'm trying to say. Easy, look at Easy. Look at Easy, DFJ. I got you, bro. This man a hater, bro. Nah, I rock with DFJ. I done been on panels with DFJ. I done seen DFJ on different panels, pulled up to his panel, jumped up on his panel. What are you talking about? Calling me a hater is crazy work. I rock with DFJ. But he a 76ers fan for tonight. He got to get that work. The draft was yesterday. He ain't pull up before the draft. None of that. Not really. Not enough to be comfortable, acting like we ain't supposed to be mad that they got the 3rd pick and they ain't do nothing with they pick. Say what you want about the Spurs. They win with their picks. The Spurs win with their picks. The 76ers don't win with their picks. Leave me alone. What? That's light work. Ain't nothing diabolical. That's hospitality. Hey, I said that's hospitality. Pro Rican said, damn, the 3 other ABA teams getting blessed by the league. But what about us, the Nets? Right. Look at Easy, his kumbaya head ass. Want me beat kumbaya with a 76er fan right after the draft? No, I'm still mad. So what? JDG said, if we don't get Minnie Mello Jr. or the Boozer Twins or AJ DeBonsters next year, we got a riot. See? This is part of the problem, though, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. This is why. No. I seen AJ DeBonster play. I want him on the team, of course. You know what I'm saying? He rapping all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he makes sense in Brooklyn. A play like that makes sense in Brooklyn. But, yeah, whatever. Listen, I put him on timeout. He probably on timeout for like 10 minutes. he could come back to the panel. But I had to give him that work, man. I didn't even let nobody on the panel. It wasn't even like I kicked him off the panel and then I was talking to Easy. Easy not on the panel either. You know what I'm saying? It's just a chat. You know what I mean? I wouldn't kick him off. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't just kick him off like that. You know what I mean? I rock with DFJ. I'm trying to tell you, man. But he is 76er fan, man. Listen, I'm not one of these kumbaya content creators, man. You know what I'm saying? He came in here and said Brooklyn spread fake love, and you talking about, yo, I got you. He a hater. What kind of shit is that? Answer me that, Easy. Time out. What up, Leaf? Should we take it good? There y'all crazy, man. Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, yo. The truth is Cam Thomas should be getting a lot of clock this year, man. Yo, what up, Big Priest? Big Priest, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. My bad, I was on mute. What up with it, homie? Yeah, tanking don't work, bro.
Yeah, man. You heard my net fan, so.
And it says since they changed it, the teams with the worst record has not gotten the #1 pick since they made that change in 2019. So that's 6 years now. Everybody talk about tanking. That shit don't work.
Exactly. Listen, and at the end of the day, with the backcourt we had with Schroeder and Cam Thomas, bro, it was working. You know what I'm saying? It was working. And at the end of the day, I knew they was going to trade him for this draft. And I knew that's what they was going to do. But for us to get that 8th pick, that shit got to sting a little. Everybody talking about, oh, yeah, we're going to do the same thing the Celtics did. No, the Celtics is the Celtics. That's the NBA East. Let's call it what it is. The Brooklyn Nets don't get no love, and I want to know why. Nah, I want to settle this shit right now. I want to know why. Why y'all don't want to show the Brooklyn Nets love? Why the Spurs get big love? Why the Pacers get love? And why the Denver Nuggets get love? But why the Brooklyn Nets don't get no love? Why we don't get no love? Why?
And you're seeing everybody on these little podcasts, the Hoops Collectives and all that stuff, talking about the NBA did it so that to not reward tanking. That's why the Utah Jazz, the Washington Wizards, the who was the other one?
Hornets.
Hornets. This is why they have never won the lottery since they changed that shit.
You guys are starting to sound more and more like me. I said tanking doesn't work. I mean, I don't have a better plan. The Nets have the worst roster in basketball. I don't have a good idea to fix this. But tanking is not the answer. Like, you're trying to win a rigged system. Like, they kept saying, oh, if Nick Claxton wouldn't have got that pick back, we would have been in the Sixers spot. They gave the Sixers the 3rd pick. It doesn't matter how many lottery balls you had. It doesn't matter. They were going to put the picks where they wanted to put them. Whereas trying to tank to win a rigged lottery doesn't make any sense. I'm
over it, bro. I mean, listen.
I'm not though, Leave. Like, I'm gonna be real. I'm in my feelings big time. Like, I'm not over.
Yeah, go ahead, Gary. This is a safe place, man. Go ahead, talk your shit.
I'm not over it, man. Like,
I'm over this shit, bro. Like, listen, like, you go to work the next day, bro. Like, it ain't like you if you walk down the street and you don't win the Powerball and you miss it by 2 or 3 numbers, you go to work the next day. Yeah, and go make your money. Like, it is what it is.
Shout out to Jay. He just said that last screen. Yo, but
you're right, Lee.
Listen, Pete. What I'm telling you is this, and this is why I know y'all disagree with me, but at this point, I'm a rebel. Like, listen, at the end of the day, bro, if you put Cam Thomas in this, these are the keys. We need you to run the office. We need you to be the number one option. And let me talk numbers since everybody like to talk numbers. It's 24 seconds on the shot clock. They get the ball past the half court in that span of time, 8 seconds, I guess. And so what you got like between 15 seconds or more, right? In those 15 seconds, he should be getting the first or the second basketball action on a regular basis. They either running a high pick and roll above the 3-point line, or they running a one inside of the 3-point line. Either way, he get a pick and roll. Now, that being said, obviously it's not those are the only two players that we talking about. The other three players probably jump shooters. You feel what I'm saying? They talking about Fez being on the team. I think it's interesting. If it's Malawat on the team, I think it's interesting too. If you put Fez in a situation, he next to Cam Thomas on above the 3-pointer pick and roll. You double Cam Thomas, Fez can knock down that three, or he could get to the paint. Far as I heard, I don't really watch college basketball to say much, but that's what I heard.
What the fuck does it matter? We still gonna be in the shitter anyway, bro.
But that's
Bro,
the thing.
I'm talking.
We
Let me
not
tell. Let
going.
me answer. Let me answer that question. Let me answer that question. We talking about building a team. Again, whoever we do draft, they're gonna be a duo with Cam Thomas, regardless if it's a top 3 pick or not. They're gonna be a duo with Cam Thomas. We gotta see that before we get to next season. That's a fact.
You keep wrapping your head around this duo shit, bro. You said that the first time, bro. Like, and I refuse to believe you. Like,
That's
ain't
supposed
nobody
to be
gonna.
part of the champion, building a championship team, because we're
We're
not
not
going
going
in
to be
to be
a. But see,
competitive
this
for
is the problem.
We
a
gonna be in the
contender next
shitter
year.
again.
Can I just run through this for you real quick, Breezy? I wanna the number 8 pick in the draft the last 10 years. All right, it's been ready for this. Nick Stauskas,
Yeah,
remember
I'm
him?
ready.
Stanley Johnson. I don't even know who that is. Nick Stauskas,
I know
Stanley
who Stanley
Johnson,
Johnson is.
Marquise Crisp. And these are the number 8 picks in the draft. Frank the African, Netakina, whatever his name was. And then it was Colin Sexton. Okay, that's decent. 2019 was Jackson Hayes. 2000. I mean, I'm not making this up. 2020 was Obi Toppin.
Thank you for your word, bro.
2021, Franz Wagner. Okay, there's a hit. 2022, Dyson Daniels. 2023, Jarris Walker. 2024.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
2024, Rob Dillingham. I mean, this is the level
I gave
of player.
I gave you 2.
You had 11.
Yeah,
but really only one of them is a hit. Like Colin
you can
Sexton,
do that with number 1 picks too. I mean, that's not the point. The point is the way we're constructed right now. Like you said when you came in, we're not a winning basketball team. So even if I like CT, but we need to get top end talent to turn it around.
Yeah, right? But that's Big Priest. All right, listen. I want to go to Bri because I ain't been here from Bri yet. But Big Priest, what I was saying to you is, I agree with you. I'm just saying what we got is the 8th pick. That's what we got. You heard Gary list, and at the end of the day, I think that listening to what the 8th pick is in the Kamal Malawat, I ain't tripping. If it's Fez or Malawat, I'm not tripping.
I mean, some people got Malawat top 5 as far as the prospects go. It's all about, but the whole thing is, it's all about need after you get past, the top of the draft. So I think because it ain't, like I said yesterday, it ain't much difference to me between 4 and 14. These players, they all have their specific skill sets. They all have their specific things they're good at. So if you're talking about fears, if you talk about Trey Johnson, if you're talking about even VJ, I got Trey Johnson over VJ. I like fears more than VJ. So it all depends on the team. Colin the Knipple, the person that everybody like to talk about.
I'm talking about for us though. Like, who you think is best for the team?
We got a lot of holes. We got a lot of holes.
No, I'm saying, but out of the options we got, realistically, we got Fez, Queen, or Malawat.
I don't know. It depends on how the board falls. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So, and we got a lot of holes. We we don't have a shot creator. We don't have a playmaker. We
That's
I
what we do,
mean
man. We got Cam Thomas as a shot creator, man. I can't let
He
you
is
do
a
that.
shot creator. You can't take that away from him. Like Breezy's right. He can't do
no.
anything else, but he can create. He can create shots. He can
I
score.
get what you're saying, but we need consistency at all these different positions.
Yeah, I believe he could do it, bro. I think he could be a consistent shot creator. I want to ask Brock specifically because he got the Cam Thomas avatar. Definitely want to ask him because of that. Brock, let me ask you, bro. Do you think Cam Thomas could be a number one option on the Brooklyn Nets?
For like now, like
I mean,
right
going
now.
into the next season. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But are we trying to? All right, so we talking about building a contender, right? That's what the end goal is, right? Can Cam Thomas be a number one option on a champion?
On a championship team. I mean, it
We gotta
depends, but
see
like
that. We gotta
he
see
does have
that
to get
happening.
better at like his defense and his playmaking.
But just as a scorer, like get him the ball. We're playing the Celtics in a 7-game series. It's 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You got Cam Thomas. They have Jason Tatum. You feel okay about that?
No.
You know the ball's going through him.
Nah.
Bro, listen, man. Shout out to Jason Tatum. I hope he
Shout out
get a
Jason
little
Tatum.
injury, man.
He was
Hello,
supposed to be
hello,
in net,
hello.
but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, no. If that's what the matchup is, if we even get to the playoff, because the one thing we keep dismissing, Cam Thomas has to prove he can get a team to the playoffs.
Exactly.
This season, man, he probably just shy of that so we could get in the lottery. You know what I mean?
Oh my
I'm just
god.
saying, not me, allegedly.
We skipping steps. That's why
That's what
everybody
he doing
wanted.
because you got
Hold
niggas that
on,
got
hold on,
blind
hold on.
leaf and you got
Listen,
niggas that got blind
Hold
belief
on.
in Cam Thomas.
How are we
Blind.
No, because I want to have this conversation. I'm tired of the ridicule. Let's
No,
have this
I'm not
conversation.
ridiculing the player. I'm just talking about the way we're constructed. We are skipping steps. We trying to jump to number one option all this here. We need to get better talent on our roster.
What I'm saying is everybody was banking on this draft. And I'm
because
saying
everybody knows that we need the high end talent to win. And typically you get that through the draft. But we don't even got a LaMelo Ball.
bruh, listen. Listen.
We don't have a
Hold
Ja
on.
Morant. We don't got an
Hold on.
Ant-Man.
Listen.
I'll put it like
No,
this.
we
I'll
got
put it
Keon
like
Johnson,
this.
baby. We got Keon Johnson and Toast
This
on
is-
for Walmart. We're
This
good.
is
put
what
it
I'll
like
be
this.
trying to tell you, man. Y'all looking at, listen, don't look at those other teams, man. That's a number one pick y'all talking about. And again, we had bad coaching. We've been switching coaching too. We ain't had no consistency there neither. Y'all keep talking about the talent.
We
gotta
had
have
good coaching
we got-
last year. We only won 26 games.
Bruh. Don't act like you don't know why that happened, bro.
And it's not the point as to why it happened, bro. Why you think this shit gonna
That's
get
the
better?
entire-
Why you think this shit gonna get better, bro? Because you believe in one nigga.
Bro, you said that. I didn't say that.
Look,
you heard me.
Lee, let me. So Cam Johnson played 23 games last year, right?
25.
25, and the last 4 of them he played hurt. So I mean, like, if you're gonna have Cam back, you're probably gonna get a guy like Kuminga or something like that to add to the team this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's gonna be better. I'm not saying it's gonna be good. They're gonna win more games next year than they did this year. Like,
Wait,
I'm not saying they're
wait,
gonna win
hold up.
50.
We giving Kuminga money?
It looks that way. That's what Scoop said. Yeah.
Nah.
Oh
That's
my
what Scoop
God.
said. Scoop said that.
Scoop said
I don't
D-Lo,
mind
and
Kuminga,
like, yeah,
actually.
look, you know, there's interest in
Bro, don't he
Kuminga.
want like fucking 30?
Nah,
We'll
his
see.
ass wants to get paid.
Like, there's gonna be a
hold on.
limit, but
So
no
hold
one
on.
else really has the cap
So
space to
hold on.
give it to him. So if we want
So
him,
hold
we're
on,
gonna
let
kind of
me-
get him.
So hold on, Gary. If he come here, he the number one option over Cam Thomas. Since I'm
I
bugging.
like Kuminga
No, I mean he's the
over
best
Cam.
all-around player on the team.
Yeah.
Have you
but
seen what that
Cam-
nigga been doing in this series?
He been
Bro,
cooking up
y'all
versus
not
great
answering my
defense.
question. That's a yes or no question.
But
He the
it's
number
no,
one
to
option
me,
over
like
Cam
it
Thomas.
depends. Like that's what I meant by like who was number one
I
guy
don't
on
know,
the team.
nigga. Go ask the coaching staff.
Darren Williams or Joe Johnson. When there's 2 minutes left in the game, the ball's in Cam's hands. So I mean, Kuminga may take more shots over the course of the game. He may have the ball in his hands more throughout the game. But 2 minutes left in the game, in a one possession game, it's Cam Thomas's ball. Like Kuminga's good, but he's not that kind of scorer.
Kuminga has not had proper development in Golden State.
I agree with
So
that.
I would like to see how he is with that development with a guy like Jordy. But that still don't do it for me because he's not the best player on the champion either. So
No, we're so far from that, though. We are so far from that. Like, I just don't want to be the worst team in basketball anymore.
and the whole and that does go away from kind of trying to tank. I think we need to change our whole philosophy. The star thing don't work. Tanking clearly doesn't work. If you look at Washington, if you look at who else is out there? You look at Washington, you look at Charlotte, you look at, of course, Detroit. They made that leap. If you look at all these teams, most fans of the Brooklyn Nets, will take their talent over ours, right? Whether you're talking about LaMelo or Miles Bridges, whether you're talking about
every team would, yeah.
So Brandon Miller, of course, Washington with Jordan Poole and those guys, and even a guy like Alex Sarr, even though he played like shit last year. Atlanta with Trey and all that, we don't have that guy. So we need to get that first, and then we can talk about how we're going to continue to build, what pieces fit, et cetera, et cetera. Until we had that guy, we just going to be running in mud.
Never mind that. We need a damn starting lineup, bro. Like, what the fuck is our starting five consist of? We can't win with that shit.
Got that right.
Not for real, bro. Like, I mean, but listen, it's teams that had to play down to us just to give us wins.
Oh yeah, and
I counted like at least 10. It's like at least 10 wins we got
No, I
against teams.
think early in the season before they broke everything up, we were actually playing good and winning based off of effort, right? Because we're so talented, we're at a talent deficit. We have to play harder than everyone else to compete, and we were doing that on a consistent basis. That's why Jordy is good at what he does. But in order to win, like you say, at the highest level, we don't got a guy better than Brunson. We don't got a guy better than let's just do our division, right? Let's just do our division. We don't got a guy better than Maxey. We don't got a guy better than Brunson.
Cam Thomas is better than Maxey.
At what?
At scoring. Maxey
No,
really
he ain't.
is just,
No, he's
yes,
not.
he is.
No,
Nah,
he's
I
not.
think
No, he's not.
Maxey's
No, he's not.
All right, so let
No,
me
he's
let me
not.
let me
Nah, Maxey's
let me
better.
ask the
Maxey
same
is just
question.
coming off a season where he was given 27 and 7,
What would, like, if you look
and
at
that
what
was the
Cam
year
Tho-
before.
If you look at what Cam Thomas was doing in less minutes, he was scoring just as well as Maxey was on a team where he is the scouting report. You ain't paying attention to nobody else. You got 5 guys focused on Cam.
Hold up. Just to remind you, without Joel Embiid, bro, on 31 minutes a game, he was averaging 29 and 7 without Joel Embiid.
I'm gonna ask the same question. It's
And
tie
he
game.
was leading the league in
I'm
points
giving the
over
ball to
turnovers.
It's a tie game with 4 minutes left. I have Cam Thomas. I have Maxey. You have Cam Thomas. You feel good about winning that game? I do.
If you have
I
Maxey,
feel great about. Did you not see what he did to the fucking Knicks?
This Tyrese Maxey is.
Did you not see what he did in the playoffs game? What are you missing?
Yeah, he Embiid averaged 35, and they still lost. I don't know what you're like. I don't know what you're getting at. You talking about last year?
because they lost because they got beat on the boards. You said scoring.
Yeah.
And the last seconds, bro, like we seen what Maxey can do in the
was keeping them
playoffs.
in games.
So with 2 minutes left, you got to run the offense through one guy. You have Maxey and Cam Thomas. You're giving the ball to Maxey.
They run the
Yes.
offense through Max. Yes.
And they don't win. Yeah, and that's a good point. They do, and they take L's. You're right. They run the offense through Maxey. And
They've
win
won
games.
with Maxey more than we've won with Cam Thomas. What are you talking about?
They won with Embiid.
They won with him.
Embiid in
When
the
did they win
playoffs
with Maxey?
Embiid in the playoffs has been terrible.
He
Their
averaged
most
35
consistent
points a game against the Knicks in the playoffs last year.
Their most
And
consistent
I
player
promise you,
was,
Maxey was doing at least 27.
their most consistent player throughout that series was Tyrese Maxey.
If you played,
Especially down the
if you play
stretch.
Cam Thomas 36 minutes a game, he's scoring 27 easy.
But you're not playing him 36 minutes a game because he can't last
I
that
don't even
damn
want
long.
it to be a pile on it, but I'm just saying. So, and even if you look at the accolades, Maxey's been an all-star, all that stuff.
I'm not worried about the accolades. I'm not worried about the accolades. That doesn't tell me anything about how you play basketball. That just tells me, D'Lo's been an all-star. What does that mean? Porzingis been an all-star. What does that mean? Like, what does that mean?
What do you mean? What it means? That means in that said year, bro. Like whatever score we putting out on the court this year was not better than them.
Okay, who's better at basketball, D'Angelo Russell or Jamal Murray?
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray's never been an all-star. D'Lo has. It doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't tell me anything about how you play basketball. It just tells me
But what does that have to do with the players on our team? We're not talking about. We don't have Jamal Murray.
Maxey is better than Thomas because Maxey was voted to an all-star game. It's like that doesn't make him better.
I'm telling you, Maxey was better than Cam Thomas across the board.
Yeah.
Defense better, passing better. Like scoring better.
He's not better. Like he
is better.
He's better how?
What does
he's
the
better
number?
at creating his own shot in the half court. He's a better mid-range scorer.
Yes.
God dang. It's like you've never seen Cam Thomas play. He's absolutely unstoppable with the ball in his hands. He can score for people.
And Maxey is too. Maxey is drawing doubles consistently. He's the ball handler.
Is this a
you
conversation?
Make it sound like he's doing good.
What are we doing?
I didn't know.
What are we doing?
I didn't know this was even a conversation.
What are we doing here? Gary.
Games than the Nets did. What are we doing? Cam Thomas played 25 games, and the Nets still won more games because that's how good Maxey is. Like if he's this good, he's unstoppable, right?
Wait, so Gary, you're arguing
Michael Jordan and LeBron James had a baby. He's incredible.
Wait, so Gary, you're arguing he's just a better scorer. You're not saying Cam Thomas is a better overall player.
That's all Maxey does is score. He's just faster. He's This is insane. If he is as good as if he's John Stockton, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all in one.
Nobody said all that, Gary.
You're saying that.
I did not.
He's the best passer. He's the best defender. He's the best shooter. He's the best mid-range scorer. He's the best low. He's the best everything.
He is a better playmaker, though. We can't argue that.
Tyrese Maxey is basically John Stockton, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, Michael Jordan.
He's not. We didn't say that. I didn't say that.
What are you talking about then?
I said, bro, in the conversation. Wait, Gary, listen. In a conversation that includes Cam Thomas, he is a better basketball player than him.
Then how come his team doesn't win? If he's so good, how come his team won less games than he has?
Because his best player
got better players.
Doesn't show up.
Because everybody got hurt.
He's got everyone in the Nets got hurt. The Nets more games than anybody. Yeah. Everyone in the Nets got hurt. Yeah, they did.
No.
Yes, 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 the Nets started
No.
with 18 in the NBA.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Did you see the games that we win, bro? Yeah, bro. Hold up. Wasn't you, Dylan and John bitching about the games that we was being handed, bro? We got at least 10 wins handed to us. Why are you going off of that win shit and that better record shit?
I think Cam is a better creator, but I don't think he's a better player.
Better creator at what?
Cam Thomas.
I think in creating in the half court.
Better creator or better scorer than Tyrese Maxey.
Cam Thomas is one of the handful of players that can anywhere in the NBA that can score anywhere on the court, from the logo to the paint. He can score anywhere at any time. Like you
and so can Tyrese Maxey, bro. The thing is, with Cam Thomas, it just looks better.
Even
with Cam Thomas, bro.
But look, even if Maxey is the better scorer, you can agree. But I do think Cam is one of the top scorers in the league. I don't think he's better than Maxey scoring, but you can make an argument he's one of the top scorers.
Maxey is a better on-ball creator. Whether
I'm not arguing that
speed or whatever, that's why in baseball they talk about tools, right? 5'2" athlete, right? Can hit, defend, can field the ball, can run, can do all that. 5 tools, right? So his tools are better than Cam Thomas's tools, and it shows on the court. If you poll if you poll a whole Brooklyn Nets fan base on whether they would trade Cam Thomas for Tyrese Maxey, everyone would do it except I guess a couple people.
I
Right?
would never
We
make
know
that
them.
trade.
We know who they are.
Yeah, except for me. I see.
I'm not. I don't get the big deal about Maxey. I don't get the big deal about Maxey. He's all right. He's good. I'm taking Cam Thomas over him.
I think if Maxey was on the
agree to
team,
disagree on that. But let me get back to my
Yeah.
what my point was. So if you're talking about so Maxey, what do you say that's not? So
there's nobody in our
Toronto
team
with-
better than
Toronto
Brunson.
with Scotty Barnes. We don't got nobody better than Scotty Barnes on our team. Who
Nope.
else is in our division?
Who's better, Barnes or Kuminga? I'm just out of curiosity. Barnes is
Scotty
still better.
Barnes.
I would
I
say
agree. I would
Barnes,
say.
Scotty.
Okay, so we got Toronto, the Knicks, the Sixers, and who else?
Hold on. Let me.
Well,
I think
I'm gonna pull the graphics up for you.
it's Philly. Wait, it's Philly, Boston,
I
New
already
York, and
said that.
Toronto.
Oh, Boston. Oh, we don't even need
Yeah.
to do Boston.
Yeah, we don't even need to do that.
We already know. We ain't got nobody better
We
than
don't
Drew
need to do
Holiday
that.
on our team, let alone fucking
Do we have anybody on team better than Pritchard?
yes.
probably not, man.
Cam
Probably
Thomas.
not.
Cam Thomas. If
I
Cam
would
Thomas
take
goes
Cam
on the
Thomas
Celtics
over
right now,
Pritchard.
he'd be the best
I'll
sixth
say
man
I'll
on
say
that
Cam.
team.
All right, yeah, I'll give Cam better than
I
Pritchard. I'll
take
give
Cam
him
over
that.
Pritchard.
Cam is
It
better than
depends on
Pritchard.
I tell you what, the Celtics are not giving Cam Thomas minutes over Pritchard. They're not taking Pritchard out of that rotation to put Cam Thomas in.
That's a fact. They love Pritchard over there.
You right. They do love their white boys. They do love their white
It
boys.
ain't got
I ain't
nothing to
gonna
do
lie
with
to you.
that though. It got something to do with the fact that Pritchard plays
And
within
he
the
been there for
system.
mad long too.
Yeah, he plays within the system. He does everything they want him to do. But you talk so in our division, the teams that we play 4, 8, 12, 16 times a year, sometimes more with this in-season tournament. Our quote unquote best player is not better than a lot because I was picking a lot of teams' second best player. Because Maxey, like you say, you might not like Maxey, but he's their second best player.
Not right now. He ain't. He better than Embiid right now.
Embiid doesn't
Yeah,
play.
I
You
get
can't-
your
yeah.
I think everybody
but
better than
points
Embiid right now. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
hold you.
part-
Right.
points
And if
different,
we
right.
go to the other teams, we don't got nobody better than LaMelo. We might have somebody better than Do we got somebody better than Jordan Poole?
Yeah,
I
Cam
don't know.
Thomas is better than Poole.
Cam is better than. I'll take Cam
Oh
over
shit,
Poole.
we got a Nuggets fan in the chat. Shout to the Nuggets. Shout to NTF.
Yeah, good luck. Sorry, buddy. Y'all out next on Thursday, bro.
Nah, that was
Sorry to
Yo,
tell
hold
you.
on,
They'll lose game 7,
hold
but they'll win
on.
Thursday.
Let's segue to that real quick. We could get. Y'all know we gonna talk about this until June 25th, man. We know how we do it. But yo, since a Nugget fan in the chat, I'm gonna keep it real with you. When I turned into the game, they was up by like 8.
Them niggas
And
was
then
up
I
80 to
turned-
68.
Then when I turned back, they was down by like 8. I was like, damn.
They went on
Yeah,
a
this-
nasty scoring drive.
They went
in
on
the
the
fourth quarter.
Nah,
they
that nigga Lou Dort. Who knew Lou Dort was about to go fucking 4 for 8?
Mm-hmm. I
And
seen
OKC
Dort.
OKC started getting ultra physical, and that whistle got swallowed too. So
It
The cra-
did. That's a fact. That
the
whistle
crazy
that
thing
whistle
is,
got put to
Jokic
bed.
had like 42 today. That's the nasty part. On good efficiency.
That nigga
I seen
Joker was going nuts, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. When he hit that shot at Holmgren, I know Laker fans had flashbacks. Them niggas,
Like, that shit hit that same shit right over AD.
trauma.
Hit that shit. I'm like, yo, bro. The second that he got the ball at the top of the key, I already knew it was a wrap for that nigga Chet, bro. I'm like, yo, Chet, you about to get put in the blender.
But no, hold on. I want to slow it down and get back to what Big Pre said. I want to go to Brian LF because I ain't hear much from him. I wanted to say that the thing about the second option is you can't double the first option with Cam Thomas on your team. That's why he's the perfect second option. Even if you don't got him at the first option, you can't put him in a situation where you double. Like they tried to double KD, he was cooking. They was giving Cam Thomas so much. But y'all talking about the scouting reports? No, anytime he get an ISO situation, he cooked. He's gonna
work.
He's gonna get to the midi. He's gonna do a lot. He's gonna do his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the bad part is KD got traded soon after that, so ain't much to tell. But I can tell you this: when it come down to somebody getting doubled, if Cam Thomas is there to like, all right, because they doubling you, I'm here, bro. He make defenses pay. It's
But
just that simple, bro.
let's talk about that because we know Kevin Durant, he's mercurial, you know, but he knows basketball. So if he thought CT was good enough to be the second option on a winner, wouldn't he have stayed?
Bro, you can't. No. You can't trust.
That's what I said.
At this, you can't. No. You can't trust KD hand at this, bro. He went with an Olympian teammate over Cam Thomas. That's what he did, bro. He went with.
So you chose Booker over Cam.
Yeah, easily, bro.
No, because of if you listen to him speak, he was he didn't want to leave. Remember, even now he talks very highly of the Brooklyn Nets franchise. He didn't want to leave. Yada yada yada. Boom boom boom. So if that's the case,
yeah.
If that's the case, and CT is, you know, he knows basketball.
Bro,
He's one of the reasons that we drafted CT.
Bro, you trying to tell me he don't regret that? He regretted.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta realize it wasn't on the fact of Cam Thomas. You gotta know. Come on, Big Preach. You gotta
when
know.
Kyrie got traded, he was done with us.
Right. This is what I'm saying. You gotta know that was more towards the front office than it was a slight at any of the players. Even though he said
he had a problem with the front office. That's the one thing I think a lot of people.
Bro, he said fire Sean Marks. What do you mean he didn't have a problem?
He said fire everybody. He was just pissed off at everybody.
Bro, that's a problem. You can't say fire the GM. And
but my thing is, if KD is the leader that he proclaimed to be,
I mean, clearly now we all know what KD was talking about. Fire all these niggas.
So hold on. Hold on for NTF. Let's just everybody just give a quick. Do you think what's going to happen with the Nuggets? We're going to start with Bri, then we're going to go around the panel. Bri, what you think what's going to happen with the Nuggets, man? They got a chance?
I got OKC in 6, bro.
Okay. All right, so hold on. That's one OKC. We're going to go to LM. LM, who you got in this series?
I think I got OKC in 6 too. I think they close it out next week.
Okay. I think they close it out. 2 for 2 OKCs. All right, so Gary, who you got in this series?
I got OKC, but in 7. They'll lose game 6.
Okay. All right. That's 3. All right. What about you, Leaf?
I got to stand on business. I had Denver in 5, man, so I'm taking Denver to win this series, man.
Okay, 3-1. You still in this? You still in this NTF? Okay. What about
I ain't confident in that NTF, bro. I don't know why you came up here and posted what you posted, bro. Like, you wasting your time.
What about you, Big Priest? How you call that?
I think looking at how the series has played out, I think Denver will win in 7, and I think OKC should win, but they have to show me that they have matured enough to pull out a game 7 versus Denver, because I think Denver wins game 6. So they have to show me that they have matured enough to win game 7. They are the youngest team in the league. We got to take that into account.
All right, so listen, bro. That's all fair, man. All right, so I tried NTF. You know what I mean? At least they gave you their fair assessment. We not really trying to hate on you and no shit like that. But it is what it is. Shout to ARSL. You know what I'm saying? One of the stand-up guys in the chat. See him when he already a moderator.
Stand-up guy, huh? Old mob term, huh?
Yeah, you funny as hell. But yeah, man, this is the picks just for clarity. And I want to go to Brian LM, and then we're gonna go around the panel.
I wish we can talk. See, the one thing I wish we could see the tankers, because all the tankers say lose. Where are these people at? Because all the losers are right there next to us. We're PT. Where are these people at?
The percentages.
That's where I disagree. I think we did tank. I think they
what
did
was the
tank,
Spurs record, LM?
What are they?
It was
36
better
and
than us.
36 and 48.
30
Something to that effect.
Nets fans would have been grabbing their chest like Sanford, man. If we
But
had
I think with us, like, and I think
Yeah,
Dylan came
explaining
up
to me
here.
how losing more would have helped us.
Dylan, I think Dylan came up here and said, "Yo, the 6 best odds in the past few years has gotten you 7, 8, 9, 7, 9, 8." And he said that up here, and I said, "Okay, we got the best odds, and we are the 6 best odds. We had the best odds to land at 7 or 8." It has been very rare that a 6 best team has gotten a top 3 pick in
What
the
was the
NBA.
goal?
It has not had. It was not. It has not.
Well, it's very rare
Yeah,
that
the
the
goal
worst
was to
teams
try
get
to
that
get a
pick.
number
Though.
one
The
option.
goal was to get top
Thomas.
3. To me, it wasn't about getting Cooper Flag. I didn't want.
So
It wasn't
goal
it. It was
about
just
getting a
top
better
3.
talent than
At
Cam
least
Thomas.
top
That's
4.
what y'all said.
So
That's
let's
what
stay
y'all
there.
said. Y'all
So
was
let's
like,
stay there.
"Oh,
The
we need
goal was to
somebody
get
better
top
than
3,
Cam
right?
Thomas if we're gonna be
The
serious." Y'all
goal was
just
to get
sound
top 3,
ungrateful.
right?
Or at least for me, top
Not
4
who we
at
got.
best.
No, it was never top 4. I ain't never heard nobody say shit about top
For
4.
me, it was top 4. I said for me. I didn't say for everybody. I said for me. If we landed top 4, I was okay. I didn't matter if it was top 3. I had prospects at 4 that I was like, yo, if Brooklyn lands there, we can get. Now
Man,
that we
fuck
are
that.
at
I
8,
said top 3.
yeah,
I ain't
yeah, it is.
LM, we was talking about this all year. I ain't never heard you say top 4, bro.
Bro, we came up here naming all type of prospects.
You
Pato, we
named a
all
lot
came
of
up here
people,
naming mad
but I ain't
prospects.
never heard you say top 4. I could be, man. I'm getting old. Maybe
I've been naming top 4 for the past month. It's been mentioned on the previous podcast. I came up here and said, yo, we can get VJ at 4. We can get Malawak at 4. We can get freaking Trey Johnson at 4. If we landed top 4, those would have been my picks. We are not top 4. We are 8. So
hold on. Did y'all entangle or untangle, better said, the all of the different scenarios about how they were saying this team don't need this player even though they got this pick? All of that. Did y'all do all of that? Because that's work right there. Because I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I don't know if Cooper want to go to the Mavs. You know what I'm saying? Is he?
probably.
Why the hell would he want to go to the Mavs?
But I think it makes
Especially
sense
how they did
because of
Luka.
the whole thing with LA. Like it just makes sense.
They got traded for Giannis.
But
is that what's going to happen?
My thing was they
Why would they
put
trade the nigga
themselves
to
in.
Giannis? They got AD.
Trying to win a
No,
championship
hold
this
on.
year. You got AD and Giannis.
Right.
You
But
got a window to win a championship.
Right. But hold on. But
They got the front court. They needed a guard. That's what they need. But because Kyrie is on the books.
Hold on. We still got, and he got to recover from the injury too. We got LM here though, so I want to ask LM. You know what I'm saying? Because yesterday I was too mad, but now I do want to ask you. The Spurs. What player do you think they want with that pick they got? And what pick do they have? I mean, it's right there, number 2. But what player is best fitted for that team?
Well, I think ESPN reported it, but the reports are the Spurs are open to trading. So right now it's up in the air. I don't think they could use it or they could not use it. Dylan might be a Milwaukee Buck. I don't know. If they're trying to get Giannis, that looks like that's the game. That might be the game plan. So, they're not selective. They're not really on terms of using it. Like, it's not a sure fact that Dylan Harper will be in San Antonio. So I don't know what they do. They might go for Giannis.
Fox, right? Come on, man.
It don't. To me, if you have faith in your player development team, I would say go Ace because you need a wing. Y'all been lacking wings for the past 4 years.
And again, Ace stock has been dropping.
Wemby and Ace.
We like Ace. We like Ace, and
trying to
also
come out
with him being his height actually being 6'7", that has dropped him some.
6'7.5".
Hold on.
That's 6'7".
Hold on. Wait. I gotta say this, bro. Like, call me crazy as hell, bro. But it sounds like, bro, San Antonio need Cooper and Dallas probably need Dylan. because they don't know if Kyrie gonna resign any damn way.
No,
Right, so
Kyrie.
you thinking trade? You thinking Dallas trade with San Antonio and
It
they get
sound that
done
way to
until
me. I mean,
Kyrie come back?
am I losing
Dallas
my
is
mind
taking
here,
Cooper
bro?
Flag. Cooper
Yeah,
Flag.
I don't
and that's
think
why
Dallas is not
you're
trading the
relying
pick
on
though.
Maxey. You're losing your
Dallas,
mind.
they said they already came out and said they're not trading the pick, supposedly.
No, they're
Of
not
course
trading
they gonna.
pick.
Of course they gonna come out and say that.
They're
Like
not going to trade that pick.
Dallas is being run by the NBA, bro. They tell Nico what to do.
I
Well,
agree.
June
whether they do
25th,
that
a
or
lot of
not,
possibilities,
All right, so
Kev.
they're
hold on.
not.
So hold on. So all right, so let me ask y'all this again. Now y'all heard me call them low down, dirty scoundrels and all of this stuff. I was being funny, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they got the picks, and it is what it is, right? So my thing is, who's going to benefit the most out of this pick next season? You know what I'm saying? Because it looked like the Spurs. I'm not going to lie to you. It looked
No,
like the
Dallas
Spurs.
actually
It
will
is the
benefit the
Spurs, bro.
most.
Like
I think
I think the
Dallas.
Spurs. Well,
You
we
think?
gotta understand
Oh,
the
all
Spurs
right, so
got
hold on. Let's see how everybody feel about it, and then we're gonna go around a panel with the soliloquy. But all right, so who you think is the most dangerous? What they pick? I'm saying Dallas. I mean, not Dallas. I'm saying the Spurs. And who you say, Gary? Who you got?
Spurs.
Okay, who you got, Big Free?
Dallas.
Tough. Who you got, Lee?
Spurs.
Okay. Who you got, Bri?
Spurs.
Okay. Who you got, LM?
Dallas.
All right. It sounds like more Spurs than Dallas, but let's hear Dallas first since they, you know what I mean? They lost this poll or whatever.
Only reason why I say Dallas is because I don't know. Spurs is not adamant on if they're up in the air on using the pick. They haven't said that they're adamantly picking Dylan or Ace. So until June 25th, until I see them pick, then that's up for discussion. But Dallas has said they're not trading their pick. So Cooper Flag with Lively, PJ Washington, AD, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson.
Yes.
Like he is the best defensive prospect in the draft. That defense is going to look nasty, and he can play the connector where he don't have to be the first option. Like you can just connect him. He can find the open man. He can get to. He literally fits that roster perfectly.
Talk about the midi too, though.
Yeah, he can get to the midi. He has improved heavily on his self-creation game. Like he's going to be able to find guys. I can imagine the lob threat with the pick and roll with him and Lively. That's going to be a movie. Him and AD is going to be insane healthy. So
also he gives them AD insurance.
Okay.
So
Right.
if AD gets
Exactly.
hurt, you can move him to the 4, and then you can give him more offensive responsibilities. Cooper Flag is Dallas gets the reset. This would be the quickest rebuild ever. Because they traded Luka, and the very next year they get a prospect who now we haven't seen him in the league, but was rated over Luka. Even when they were talking about Zion being one of the best prospects, this dude is one of the best prospects that we've ever seen.
So you saying that the kids respect the substitute teacher? They're like they like Luka was the teacher, he like the substitute teacher. They're like, oh,
and he plays defense.
I ain't gonna leave gum under the table.
Somebody on Twitter called out the timeline. They was like, "Ain't it funny how Dallas went from Dirk to Luka to now Cooper Flag?"
It's interesting.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I might listen just to add on, bro. Like, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, in terms of complete prospects coming out, like in terms of like they got a little bit of everything. He probably might be second to Wemby. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I ain't saying
He probably might be second to Wemby, bro. Like I'm like if we looking at it like from
he could be in decoy conversations. Wemby probably got that locked up, but he could be in decoy conversations.
I mean, well, listen, if Wemby is not obviously, when Wemby get hurt, bro, it's anybody's award to win, bro. Like I mean,
the only reason Wemby was hurt was because of the blood clots. He didn't actually get injured. It was a freak thing.
I know. I
Right,
already know about
but
that.
he is on that team is going to be dangerous. And you put him in the West on top of
That's
that.
gonna be
Like,
one of the best defensive teams in the whole NBA.
By
yeah,
far,
by
easily,
far,
easily.
bar none.
All they really need is some more guard play, bro, to
And
back
then they
up.
still got pieces. So say they because they're getting him, they can move off PJ Washington
Yo,
and get
hold on. Let me say
I'm
this
not,
because
I'm not moving off of PJ. Hell no.
hold on. Let me say this because this is what I learned about the NBA too, just being a student of the game. About what he said about being that number one defense is that some teams they don't know how to survive through scoring droughts. They don't. Like they can't get their shit together. Like if they can't score the ball after 4 or 5 tries, they just mentally give up, bro. Like not to say it like that, but the better teams they know how to continue to defend and you know what I'm saying? Be patient to score the ball, because a lot of that shit don't be X's and O's. Sometimes maybe transitional baskets or a dunk that'll get the momentum on your side. You know what I mean? You ain't got to draw up a perfect play all the time, but it do help for a coach to call a timeout and draw up an X and O's. But I said all that to say I slowed it down to add to the defensive part of the conversation to say, yeah, if you get a team like the Spurs who stop you 4 or 5 times in a row, it's going to be hard for teams, even in the West. But the West, it impacts them even more because they score more points than the Eastern Conference. So if they stifling offenses in the Western Conference, bro, they might be title contenders next year if everybody healthy, bro.
if they're healthy, they would have been title contenders this year.
That's
what I'm saying. They was away from they made it to the play-in, bro. Like now that you got when Kyrie comes back, I keep that team gonna be dangerous in a few years. Like
they can like a couple.
Probably now. Yeah, probably next year.
Because
probably next year
also,
they might be.
Cooper Flag is one of these guys who has maybe the highest ceiling allegedly, and the most ready to play. You don't typically get that.
My thing is, I do have the only question I have is now that Tatum is confirmed he's out with an Achilles tendon or a ruptured Achilles, is the East wide open next year? Like,
yes.
Yeah, the Pacers look like. Hold on, let's slow it down. Let's get into some playoff conversation too. We're gonna go back to Bra. First time with him on the panel, second time. So you know what I mean. But the Pacers, they deserve some type of credit, bro. This is the second year in a row they going to the Eastern Conference.
They get credit if they beat the Knicks. If they don't,
Pacers are gonna beat the Knicks. The Pacers will beat the Knicks.
I think they're gonna beat the Knicks too.
I think honestly,
they don't. Nobody else. Everybody else saying the Knicks is guaranteed to go to the finals.
I don't know. Win the championship. I really do.
No, the Knicks. I mean, the Knicks. The Pacers is gonna give them trouble, bro. That ain't gonna be no easy 4-1. That shit might go either 6 or 7.
I think the Pacers win it all. I really do.
Oh, well,
I mean, and they make to the finals. I mean, who they? I mean,
the finals.
Whoever wins between
whoever wins the West
is winning.
Yeah, I don't. If OKC in Indiana, I don't know if Indiana beats OKC.
Yo, but hold on. Like before we get into all that, like really slow it down. Like, yo, the Pacers got the Cavs out of here in 5, not 7, not 6.
Damn.
5.
Donovan averaged 40 that series too.
Right. Hold on. Game winning shit too. Game winning, offensive rebound, 1-on-1. This underrated conversation. Let's slow it down and have this conversation about whether or not he overrated. Because listen, I talk a lot of shit about Cam Thomas, but let me tell you right now, if Cam Thomas ever caught an offensive rebound in the playoffs and then caught an ISO, scored the ball, I will run a 24-hour stream, bro. Like
we know you would.
So what I'm saying is Tyrese Halliburton is not overrated, bro. Stop calling him that.
That's another one better than. Never mind.
No, but still, even if I want to say that,
that's a fact. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead, say it again.
That is another one.
Go ahead, say it again, Priest.
That's not a conversation. We not having that conversation. That's a different conversation.
Well,
But we
somebody
are
tried to argue me down about Tyrese Maxey, so I mean,
listen, hold on. No. But what I'm saying is he not overrated, bro. And again, a lot of times big media is gonna do that. But if you was to go to like
No, that wasn't media. That was players.
Yeah, that was the players saying
that was
that.
the players saying that.
That he was over.
I don't think
Dame
Tyrese over.
Lillard?
Yeah, they was saying they was calling him that.
No, that was Dame Lillard pushing that because he was telling him not to be arrogant.
That was
but
the players that voted it.
He was talking his talk, right, bro?
No, but the players vote. They did a
voted it.
collective vote, and they said
they
he was the
voted it.
most overrated player in the
Oh,
NBA.
word? Damn.
Yeah, they voted.
They voted him most overrated. So well, I mean, when you got especially since the NBA is a brotherhood, so when you got players saying that, you gonna want to make a statement like, "Oh, I'm
I think that
overrated."
they're saying that he's overrated though.
Yo, hold on.
Because his game's mad simple.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. What you saying?
I think that they're saying that he's overrated because his game's like pretty simple though. It's like there's not like much back to his game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's not like an ant
bro,
type player or
he
shit.
averaged like 8 dimes. Like, what's simple about his game, bro?
I mean, he had tonight, 27 and 8.
Bro, he had
like
bro, he was hooping, bro. Like, what are y'all?
He was
talking
making
31 and 9.
31. Come on, bro.
Yeah, talking about his game is simple. You know what's simple? 16 and 4. That's a simple game.
I'm talking about
That's why Leaf
his
was talking
bag,
so
though.
much about Maxey, what he was doing in the playoffs.
Yeah, he was murdering the Knicks. I ain't gonna hold you. That nigga was born.
When he hit that,
Yo, you know who was
37-foot
hurting the
three?
Cavs? The Nemhard. He was hurting the Cavs, bro.
That nigga averaged 10 points per game, but you would swear he was a 20-point per game scorer.
You wanted him.
Nemhard is the cold, yo.
You wanted Nemhard. You said that'll be a good fit for Jordy.
Mm-hmm.
Nemhard would be. I would like Nemhard here.
They not trading Nemhard though.
They not. Yeah, I would like Benedict Mathurin here, but they not giving him.
They might move on for him before they trade Nemhard.
Listen, but what I'm saying is, y'all keep. Listen, hold on. Right, easy. He said, Brad Bailey said anything and cooked up. Let him talk, bro. What the fuck? All right, we gonna go back to Brad right now. Yo, Brad, talk to us. The Pacers 2 years in a row, Eastern Conference Finals, bro. They making noise or what?
I don't really know because people are saying like the East is still weak, bro.
It is.
I don't really.
But that's what I'm saying. Why is it weak? Because the teams that's supposed to be nice, not nice.
Pretty much.
No,
it's weak because it's top heavy.
New teams is going to be better than these old teams, bro. How long you thought Tatum and Brown was going to dominate? How long you think?
That's what I disagree. I don't think the East is that weak.
Detroit not a weak team. You could lose to them on any given night.
I think it is because it's really like maybe like 4 teams. That's it that make it maybe.
You know why they say that too? But the difference between number 2 and number 8 or 9 in the West was 2 games. Everybody had like damn near 50 wins. Right. In the East, everybody, all them bottom teams, them playing teams, had losing records.
36 and 46 and shit like that, like making the play. Yeah, it is that. I think the disparity though, I think this East, it could be that too. I think if Toronto like actually was good, I think if Charlotte was actually good,
Toronto
I think if
Washington will be better next year when they get a healthy BI all season and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think they'll be good. If Washington was good, if Charlotte was actually good, like if these teams were good, I think the conversation would be different. But I mean, we gotta wait and see. And it doesn't help that the league keeps sending these high-end prospects to the West too.
Now,
I don't think that helps
too. Because do y'all think that I'm just curious. Don't have a conniption, Breezy. Do y'all think what's his name? Trae Young is better than Cam? Because he's Atlanta's best player.
Oh,
I could say he's better than Cam. You know what's funny though? You know what's funny though?
Neither one of them play defense. So
Right, hold on.
Right, but Trae Young can get you 30 and 15.
Yeah, and they been gave Trae Young the green light. He ain't had to go do none of what Cam Thomas had to do to get minutes.
but he dragged the team with
uh,
the second best player being John Collins to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, bro, I'm not debating Trae Young versus Cam Thomas. That's not the conversation I want to have. And the conversation I want to have is premature.
No, I mean in our conference, who would we take as far as Cam Thomas over with their best player? Like, cause he's you believe he's our best player?
No, but
So
I'm saying I was
out of
saying
everybody, so that's the first. That's why I said it's very important that we find that guy. I want Cam to be on the team. I think he'd be a great asset, but we need a guy that we can actually, build around.
You need like a Shea or a Ant
nah,
or
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
you need
my
that
thing
guy.
is my thing is the guy we got is the one on the team. I'm looking inward before outward. And again, my thing is Katie and Kyrie was attracted to the Brooklyn Nets because of the core four. They see what we had going on, say we could add to it, even though they minus a lot of those pieces, which was terrible. But again, same thing with Kawhi and Toronto. You just add to the core. You're not supposed to take away. And I'm not saying he got to be the number one option. I've seen him be a great number two option. And this season, they would show if he could be a number one option. So that's not my real debate. I was really talking about the playoffs with y'all. I really wanted to talk about what I want to see, which I don't know if it's going to happen, is whether or not the two teams who never won an NBA championship versus each other in the in conference finals.
OKC and Indiana,
the Wolves and the Thunder. Right.
Oh.
Same. No, I'm just saying, because that's the situation. Pacers, they never won it, and they in the conference finals. So I think that's interesting, and that's what I'm saying about the NBA. They doing that. They putting teams that never won an NBA championship in position to win an NBA championship. I think it's interesting. I think Brooklyn Nets should be in that conversation. It's going to lead back to the Brooklyn Nets. But
if the Pacers win, hypothetically, if the Pacers win the championship, y'all think Pacer fans put Halliburton over Paul George as the best Pacer?
I don't think neither one of them is the best Pacer.
Me neither. Obviously, we all know who that is. But I'm just saying, like
Miller.
in recent history, like in this decade.
Paul George should have never left. He should have stayed.
I don't know.
Because
I think Sacramento is regretting trading him.
They definitely regretting that.
They drafted him. They had him and De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, that's tough. I'm actually riding with Minnesota.
To win everything?
Yeah, I want Ant-Man to get it done. The kid from my new home, Atlanta, let's get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Ant winning a ring at 23 would actually be insane.
Right, hold on, but let's unpack that. What would the Wolves winning the championship, their first NBA championship with Ant-Man, what would that do for the NBA in your opinion?
I think it would solidify him as the new face. They're trying to find a new American face. They don't really want it to be Jason Tatum. So that would kind of put him in that position, whether he like it or not. And man, I wish they would have said yes when we tried to get him a cat for KD.
That was an offer?
No, we asked for that. They hung up. I would have kept calling.
Oh yeah, I would have.
You sure?
Yeah, I would have hung up too. Damn, that's crazy.
Boy, I'd have been like, "You sure? Are you really sure? Come on now, think about it. Sleep on it at least. Don't just hang up on me now."
Yeah. And I've always said Ant's from Atlanta, but he just operates like a New Yorker. Like I don't know, like it's just I don't know. He got that Atlanta personality though.
He don't.
He definitely got that Atlanta.
Yeah, no, I hear. I just wanted to ask Brad too. Brad, what you think, Brad? Who you want to see in the conference final?
The conference finals. Uh, uh, I don't really know, but finals though, I want to see Knicks versus the Timberwolves. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You
Okay,
won't?
you think
No,
Randall
bro.
get his revenge?
Knicks versus Timberwolves
No,
would be crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't want to see the Knicks in the finals. No, that
I
fan
don't want
base
to see
is
the Knicks, but I
already
want to see that matchup
insufferable.
though.
Yeah, I'll see it next year in the regular season. I don't want to see it in the finals.
I think that's probably the best matchup though.
Nah, bro.
No,
I don't know. Like,
that's probably the
I
best matchup for the
refuse.
finals.
I refuse to look. You know how bad you don't know how bad Knicks fans. Oh, you should know how bad Knicks fans are. Nobody want to
Oh
see
yeah,
that.
I know how delusional they are. Yeah.
No,
yeah, I don't know.
I argue with them enough. I don't need that shit because I won't be able to say shit if they even make it to the finals. Y'all
Yes,
hate
you
It's
this
will,
bad.
nigga.
It's
guy.
You
better.
know they gonna fucking lose. They
You
I
do
would
losing.
know they're
rather.
gonna. You
I
do know
would
they're
rather
gonna
see.
lose. It's Indiana. You know Indiana's gonna. The ghost of Reggie Miller is gonna come out. You know Indiana's gonna win.
Oh,
That's what
Yeah, I
Oh
can't. I
yeah, that
can't do it.
series is going. That series is going to be ridiculous, bro.
nigga said the ghost of Reggie Miller.
I need the ghost
I
of
forgot
somebody.
they
Ghost
had.
of
I forgot
Michael
they had
Jordan.
beef.
Ghost
I'm
of
not even gonna
somebody.
lie.
Hold on. Again, Easy said Brad cooking, so we're gonna go to Brad. Brad, why would the Knicks
Oh,
and the
what?
Pacers?
Real quick, before you do
Yeah,
that.
like, go ahead.
You
Get up.
you really want them to go to the finals with Mikal Bridges? Nah, go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead, Breeze.
Yeah, hold on, Brad. Look, what I'm saying is, I don't see how the Knicks can beat the Pacers. I don't, because it's just too many defensive weapons to put on Brunson. And can the rest of the team beat the the Pacers? No. No, Siakam is too much trouble for Robinson and Cat. Like, they gotta play defense on him, bro. He's too dangerous. Like, you gotta guard him. You don't guard him,
Why I
and you
put
gotta
Duncan
come
on my bill.
outside
I'm
the,
not going
the
for that. Let's just
the
spot up and
you
shoot
gotta
shit.
come out and guard him on the 3-point line
Nah,
too.
fuck all of that.
I
I don't
mean,
think
you. But
Not gonna be
cancel. The only
confounding
thing
over no
is,
three
and not to
ball.
throw them bail, but I mean, now that they
Don't throw
didn't
them
have
Fuck
nuts.
Carl,
shit off. I don't got nothing else to go
they
to.
didn't have Cat
Nope.
last year. And regardless of not Cat, Miles
Very
Turner
good.
is a center that can stretch it out, and Cat is a center that can stretch it out. So I mean, you pretty much gonna have
And
two
Cat
seven
is soft
footers.
as cottonelle. And I hate to say it
That
'cause he's
too.
from my actual home, New Jersey, but he don't play like no New Jersey cat. Kyrie play like a kid from Jersey. He play like somebody. I don't know.
That's true.
That's why I don't
I
know if
think
y'all watch
Pacers win
or if
though.
y'all look at Riot Comedy. The way they portray Cat is hilarious. Call him Sassy Cat.
My boy is zesty.
There's a whole
Yeah, he a little
compilation
zesty.
of Zesty Cat on YouTube and TikTok. Like,
Yeah, zesty as hell.
Uh,
Talk about some cat. Now
but
Randall, that's a guy you can get behind. Pause.
so
Uh,
all right. So hold on. We ain't hear from Gary in a minute. So what about you, Gary? What you want to happen in this series in the Western Conference?
In the Western Conference, Minnesota and OKC.
Yeah,
that's what your preference would be.
Yeah, that's what you want to say.
Well, I mean, that's what we're gonna see, right? I mean, we don't think Golden State's coming back from down 3-1, right? I mean, that's not gonna happen. So we're getting.
unless Jimmy Butler puts on a performance of a lifetime.
Yeah, we're gonna get OKC's coming out of the West, unless Denver can win the West too. I can't see Minnesota beating them.
I got if OKC and Minnesota is in the Western Conference Finals, I got Minnesota Ant. I got Ant moving on.
I
to the
got
finals,
Minnesota
man.
too, but they dumb as fuck, bro. They some dumb ass. That's a dumbass team. That's a stupid ass fucking team.
Why they
Stand them
dumb?
niggas.
Why they dumb?
Nigga, they be doing dumb shit. They be shooting threes, bro. When they at the when they supposed to be going in the paint. It's a
Oh, you saw
dumbass
when
fucking
Ant
team.
dunked on Looney? That was nasty.
Yeah, man. That
This
nigga
must be
really
going
should
up
be
the
the face of the
awards.
NBA.
That's crazy.
He really should. I
Who,
hope
who
he
you
embraces it.
who you say should be the face of the NBA?
Nigga,
Anthony
Ant-Man?
Edwards.
Yeah.
He
Nah,
really.
that,
I
that,
really think he should embrace it. Like,
nah, he
Yeah,
too
that is.
ignorant, bro. Like, he ain't ready for that shit.
Yo, but look, at the end of the day, the NBA is gonna at least invest somewhat in whoever wins. Now I don't know who's gonna win, but I do know I think it's interesting that it looked like it's gonna be 3 teams potentially. It is three
I'm not
teams potentially. Yeah, I'm gonna say 3 teams. 3 teams potentially who never won an NBA championship, almost did ready to compete because only 2 teams could compete. But still, I like the fact in the both conference finals, you got one with the Pacers and 2 with the Thunder and Timberwolves. I think it's interesting. That's what I'm saying. Like, why Brooklyn ain't in this equation? Brooklyn could be in an equation where they invest in the Brooklyn
They
Nets.
gave us a chance in 2002 and 3.
Like, I ain't saying we gotta be, you know what I mean? Give us like what they did with the Spurs, like that shit is incredible, bro. Y'all got Wemby, then y'all got Castle, then y'all got so that's 1, 4, and 2. Like the Brooklyn Nets was hoping for some shit like that. The Nets fans was hoping for some shit like that. Like y'all got.
I think the NBA should take the MLB approach. Like in baseball, I think if you get like in the lottery, you can't be in the lottery next year. Like
3 niggas went to the paint. One
it's impossible for you to be. I think they should take that approach.
I think they should do the NFL approach, and the worst team get the number 1 pick.
Well, I don't even know if that's the case. Who was the worst team this year?
Then tanking would be fine.
It was Utah.
So that means Utah would have got. If that was the case, Utah would have got number 1.
Yeah, but we would now if that was the thing, and then we did what we did this year, I would have been right with y'all. Like, oh, Sean Marks. But since that isn't the thing, since it's a lottery, no, he wasn't tripping. We're not guaranteed to get shit. We didn't have a Luka Doncic trade to the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? So
my thing is, even with Utah.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I ain't want to cut you off. Go ahead, Ella.
No, I said even with the thing is, what makes it worse for the Nets is that we are so far behind on talent that even with Utah and Washington finishing 5, even with Charlotte finishing 4, 5, and 6 with Washington, they already have talent on the team as to where they can be like, all right, maybe we ain't get Cooper, maybe we ain't get Dillon or Ace, but somebody here can help the talent that we already have on this team. Like you get you add Trey Johnson to Washington.
Not gonna help us though.
That's
we
the
don't
point.
Have the top line talent. We need.
That's the right, which is why we needed to be top 3, which I hoped we were, but they can deal with that. All right, we already got Sarr, we already got Bilal Coulibaly, we already got AJ Johnson, we got Buck Harrington.
The worst team. This is why I say it. Tanking doesn't work. I was with it. I ain't even gonna keep arguing.
No. Correction. Tanking doesn't work for us.
No, tanking doesn't work.
Tanking does work. It's just we were in the 6th best odds, and when you're in the 6th best odds, you're not going to get top 3.
Tanking doesn't work.
That don't matter, bro.
The Spurs tanking, they won it.
The Spurs got the second
pick. The Spurs did not tank. The Spurs won 36
games. The Spurs tanked and they got Wemby.
They tanked when Wemby went down. Let's keep it real.
Hold on.
They won like 30 games.
That lottery, bro, loves the Spurs, bro. Every year, bro.
Y'all keep talking about
the Spurs.
Yo,
I mean, what do you expect when you get the 6th best odds has not placed well for any team in the past few years? I'm glad Sean Marks was looking that way at the fucking table, because what did you expect? The 6th best odds has never landed you nowhere in the top 3.
The first best odds didn't work. So
Utah got 5. Who cares?
Go get your dunk.
They regardless, Utah could have never dropped to 8. It's about the ceiling. They could have never dropped to 8. Cool, that's fine.
To me, you know why that don't matter to me? Because we unless we got one of those top 3, all them players to me are the same. or very close.
But that's where I differ at. I think that's to be determined in the next few years.
To me is better than Trey Johnson. So
agreed.
He's not better on the big board. So yes, it's the difference between like I said, the difference between 4, well, I'll say 5 if you think VJ is that good. But the difference between 5 and freaking 14, well, I'll say 10. I ain't gonna say 14. But the difference between 5 and 10 is not that pronounced to me. It all
Oh,
depends on
that's
what
where
you're
I
looking
disagree.
for. Is all
I
what you're
think
looking
5
for.
through 8 is a huge difference.
Yeah,
I think once you pass 5, I think you get a huge difference. In my
Once you
opinion,
pass
I
5
could
as
be
far as
wrong.
a player, right?
As far as as far when
So
you get past
do you
5,
think Trey Johnson is better than do you think Trey Johnson is better than Jeremiah Fears?
from what he's shown in the combine, looks like it. Yeah, he's been
I'm
performing
talking
all
about
across the
from what
chart.
you've seen in the games. Combine's
Yeah,
different.
I think
Combine's
he could be. For me personally, it's hard for me to say because I've been wrong in my assessments of past drafts of saying players were better than players in the moment. And in the next few years, they have surpassed the player that I thought they were better than. So
so
for me,
then
it's hard
so
to say in the moment
exactly.
that
Exactly.
that's exactly
That
better than
basically
that
fits
player.
what I just said. That basically fits what I just said.
So we could say Jeremiah Fears is better than Trey Johnson now. He might be, but they were saying I remember 2018 they were saying Bagley was better than Luka, and that was a lie.
Exactly.
I never
Exactly.
believed that. So
But that's the whole
it
point.
depends.
That's the
And
whole
Marvin
point.
Bagley was a
That's
second
why
pick.
that's why tanking doesn't work. So if you go out there and intentionally lose games, the NBA does not reward you. That period.
Right.
That's what I mean by
I
tanking
don't.
doesn't work.
I don't know. I'm 50-50
No,
on that.
bro. Listen, hold on.
How is that 50-50?
Man, that's
Look at
bullshit,
It's
man.
50-50
Bro,
on for me.
them niggas blew the dope, bro, and got Wimby, bro. Like it worked for
they
what they
did
want to
not
work it
lose
for.
like they were saying we
No, but
needed
they
to lose.
wasn't the worst
That's
team
what
in
you're
the
not
league.
looking at.
Neither.
The team with the worst odds did not win the lottery since 2018.
Orlando was the worst team, and they got the number 1 pick and got followed.
No, they weren't. No, they
Yes,
weren't.
they were. They were one of the worst. Yes, they were. Check the
They
record.
were not the worst team. They did the graphic on the Hoops Collective.
They were one of the worst teams.
Okay.
Regardless if they were the worst team or not, they were one of the worst teams, and they got the number 1 pick.
Clearly, it's just you said
we're saying this because we landed 8. If we actually had better odds and we were 4th pick, nobody would be complaining.
Keep talking about the odds when that shit don't matter.
Right.
It's simple
the team
math.
That won the lottery had 1.8%.
Y'all putting too
So
much.
what? That shit was a backdoor deal. These niggas traded Luka and was like, okay, we'll give y'all Cooper in May.
Okay,
that shit ain't we tanked it and got the bottom 3.
So
when they were at,
that shit was no backdoor deal. Y'all niggas acting like, they tanked. They got the number 1 last pick, and they went and got Cooper the organic way. That shit was rigged. Like, come on.
Worse odds than we had.
Okay.
Spurs had worse odds than we had, and they got number 2.
And Philly, the same thing can be said for Philly.
Bro,
Philly
that draft lottery
won.
be glazing the Spurs every
Philly,
year.
we was literally in April where
we were
Philly
not gonna
was.
get that pick over Philly.
All right. That's difference of opinion.
Yo,
it
is what it is. It's simple math. If Utah was 3rd, the worst they could have dropped was 5. They dropped to 5.
Dallas and the Spurs being up there at 1 and 2 is really what kills.
That's not an indication that tanking doesn't work to me, because that's rigged.
Well, the NBA says it don't work, so.
Right.
That's why I disagree. That shit wasn't. They wasn't the bottom 3. They just gave that shit because they gave the Lakers a favor.
Right.
Okay, we'll give y'all Cooper in May. Okay.
You say that shit like it's exciting.
Why you out here force feeding me the ball, bro?
This is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, this dude on 2K. That's what Leaf. I thought I ain't know who
I was
Leaf
not
was.
open.
Listen, the Lakers got
nigga Leaf is blowing on 2K.
I don't care what that shit said, bro. Like,
no, hold on.
Leaf, go on mute.
Hold on, y'all. Bro, 17 championships for the Lakers, bro. What you mean he just did them a favor? You can speak like that because you're a Spurs fan.
No, Breezy, they are the golden child of the NBA. Do you know how many? They are the golden child. Yes, they
I
are.
don't know how y'all hold on to that logic, yo. That blow me. How you look at this damn freaking look at this lottery and say if we had one more percentage point, we would have got. Come on, bro.
Mark Cuban. Is Mark Cuban trading Luka to the Lakers? No, it's the reason why they put Nico Harrison in the spot.
No help in it.
They knew they was trading him to the Lakers, bro.
Stop it, LM. Stop.
Y'all just saying this shit because they landed sixth. That's the front office
It
for
didn't work too.
We did not have a pick last year.
Atlanta got the number 1 pick last year, and they were in the play-in. If you
in
go
a
back,
weak draft where nobody gave a shit.
That
yes, it does.
LM, stop, man. Don't make me.
We can just agree to disagree, bro.
Bro, I agree with LM, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you.
Right, like y'all nigga, this shit is rigged. With depending on the prospect that's coming, these niggas rigged this shit. Yo, we want him here. Like LeBron even said this shit. Rose to Chicago, him to Cleveland. Oh, Cleveland got the odds. That's kind of suspicious.
You know what Chicago's odds was? Their odds was shit.
1.8.
And where was Rose from?
Chicago.
Where was Rose born?
Chicago.
Come on, bro. Make it make sense.
But that don't make sense either.
Yes, it does.
Both
yes, it does.
From Jersey.
Rose is from Chicago. What are we talking about?
Well, Harper.
He was born in
Bailey
Chicago.
is from Jersey.
They don't love us.
So even that shit don't compute. The odds don't fucking matter, bro. It matters what team you on.
They got.
I don't doubt. Then that's why I disagree. We just agree to disagree. I'm not gonna see it that way, but it is what it is.
Because I don't know how you can see it any different, and I ain't trying to argue about it, but I don't understand how.
I'm not. It is what it is. People got different viewpoints in this world. I'm not gonna sit here and argue and try to make someone see my side. I'm just giving my viewpoint on what I think it is. Like I said, we can agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, I think you get the 6 best odds. You got 8. We had a high percentage to get 8. It is what it is. Now, what do you do? What do you do from here?
Bro, I'm over this. I'm over this draft lottery shit, bro. Niggas didn't hit the lottery. You go to work the next day, bro. It is what it is.
LM, what I'm saying.
That's what my point is.
LM, what I'm saying to you is that I'm not tripping on that. What I'm disagreeing with is the panic. I'm not panicking because it's the 8th pick. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, this is the highest pick we had in years in Brooklyn. So I mean, you got to do what you got. We haven't had an 8th pick in a while. This is
the first top 10 pick we ever had in Brooklyn, bro.
Exactly. So I'll stop crashing out. It is what it is. We got to deal with it. Let's see what we can get at the best prospect at 8 and embrace it.
If y'all are talking about tanking again, that's the whole point.
Nah, the GM got one time to prove to me that he could cook up in the draft, bro, and that everything that y'all been telling me in the past ain't bullshit. If this nigga don't turn into shit in another 3 years, I don't want to hear it.
And
so you saying that Sean Marks fell here, then you're not jacking he the best drafter.
No, I never was.
And another point too is we have enough picks that we might can move up to 6 or 5 because I don't know if Utah wants that player. So if getting up to 5 was the goal, then we have 4 first-round picks. We're saying that they won't trade for 2 of them picks.
And my question is, when has Sean Marks ever done that?
I don't know, but I'm just talking about what it is.
For me, I'll see it when on June. If he does it June 25th. Good, kudos, congratulations.
The whole point is, it's not his fault. We two teams that were one made the play in, and the other team was right outside the play in. So the Spurs fight that logic too. So tanking doesn't work. Shit, I was looking into the player choice. I know Breezy and everybody listening to that shit. They said tanking don't work. Tanking.
I don't mean you gotta agree.
But that's just what my
I get it. Listen, it's difference of. I think it's just difference of opinion. Like
That's
some
just what
people
my
think
eyes
it
are
does
showing me,
work.
bro.
Some people
Listen,
think
but
it
what I'm
don't. It
saying,
is what it is.
no,
Like,
but what I'm saying is Spurs fans think it worked. Nets fans don't think it worked. That's what I'm.
well, I mean, when you get Wemby and these niggas heralding him as the next coming of
If
Jesus,
I was a
yeah, they
Spurs
probably
fan,
are
I
gonna
would,
probably
bro.
give them top picks.
Bro, if I was a Spurs fan, I wouldn't let nobody talk bad about tanking. Like, yeah, but
But they
it was
don't really
always,
tank
It
like
is
that. The
bro.
last time they
the last
actually
time they
tanked,
did that was Tim Duncan,
yeah,
realistically.
but they've changed the odds since then.
Nah, I'm
If
not
we
gonna
gonna
lie to
talk
Exactly.
you.
about back then, now since they
What you said,
flattened
bro?
out the odds,
Yo,
this is the point, and this is just 100% fact. You can't refute it. Since they've changed the odds and flattened them out, the team with the worst record has never won the lottery.
Facts.
That is a fact.
You sure about that?
I'm 100% sure.
Yeah, they always got the fifth pick.
So the team with the number that was always last or
Always
first in
right.
odds has never gotten a number one pick.
Nope.
Exactly.
Nope. And again, I think.
But this proves my point. The team that has the third best odds have gotten the number one pick, correct? The team that has the fifth best odds have landed at number one.
And
We
the
have
team-
seen that.
Okay.
That is evidence. We have seen that teams that was the fourth best odds have won the number one pick.
So
This is
we
a
should do
fact.
what Dallas did because that team has won more than the team that has tanked their ass off.
That 1 year. In the
2
year
years
where they
in a
got
row.
Luke, we acting like Dallas has been in the lottery for 5 years. They literally, like, of course, yeah, give him Cooper. Y'all did us a favor. Congrats. All right. Look, now, if Nico gonna use the pick, he probably will. I don't believe he gonna trade that for Giannis, but you know, who knows what can happen. I don't know. That nigga is on something else. I don't know what his mindset
They
is.
done already said they're not trading that pick.
Yeah,
So
we'll see.
regardless of, they done already said it.
We'll see.
So hold on. It's fair to be at a stalemate. JDJ said since the NBA changed its lottery system in 2019, the team with the league's worst record has not won the lottery and picked first overall. So it is some consistency in that comment. But listen, at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Am I enjoying these playoffs? Yeah, I thought that the Pacers. I'm wrapping up the show now, and I'm saying it so we can clip it up. I like seeing the Pacers beat the Cavs. I root for the underdog. They're an ABA team. You know what I'm saying? So I root for them. You know what I mean? But Denver and OKC. I want to see OKC and the Wolves. I do want to see the teams that never won an NBA championship compete, so that way two teams are in the in the finals that never won an NBA championship. And as a fan, I think I win watching that. You know, it don't always have to be the Lakers and the Celtics. I'm not that guy. So yeah, I want to see that happen. So I got the Pacers going to the finals. That being said, versus any of those teams, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, that's all I got, man. But yeah, anything y'all want to say, Bra, LM, Big Priest, Leaf? Anything y'all want to say before we
fuck the draft?
Whoever we get, let's embrace them. If that's Malawak or whoever it is, I think we should embrace them. They will now be a net. Hopefully, you know, they make the right selection. But I'm with whoever we get. We got to pick in the lottery. You know what I'm saying? It may not be one, or three, 1, 2, or 3, but it is still high. This is the highest pick we have ever had in Brooklyn Nets history. So I'm still, even though it's not top 3, I'm still kind of excited. There's still some guys we can probably get there. I really like Malawak on this team. I think he would really, him or Fears, if they drop.
That makes sense.
Those are my guys.
Yeah, no,
Fears will be excited for summer league. I think he'll go crazy. Like he is a bona fide scorer, can pass, fast, athletic. So if he can afford us at 8, yeah, we rocking. So I'm with it. So Let's
I'm
embrace
not.
our
I'm not
first
gonna
nigga
lie,
number
bro.
one.
Fizz is basically a prayer, bro. Anybody in here saying Malawak, I'm praying on it. I'm praying on his downfall. Fuck that. I don't want that nigga.
What?
Dead ass. I hope he stink, bro. Like y'all deserve that, man. Fuck out of here, bro. Not doing all of this for no
As
fucking
long as
Malawak,
our eighth
nigga.
pick in Con Knuckle, I'm good, man.
Not doing all of
All
this
right.
for no fucking Malawak. Get out of here.
I think Malawak
Malawak, because he could block shots and stretch the floor. Get the fuck out of here.
exactly.
I don't care about that, man.
Is that not what the
I
modern
do.
big does in today's NBA?
I do. Hold on, but Brian, on the closeout, you want to say
He could
anything?
kind of stretch the floor.
Bro, yo, Jeremiah better be on the board still, bro.
Yeah. They
Facts.
got, I seen the
Bro, we
draft.
need
They got
Jeremiah,
us.
bro.
They got us getting Jeremiah Fizz in the draft. I just said.
This nigga ain't no four, man. He might as well
Let's hope the
get
Pelicans make a dumbass decision and pick Con Knuckle
Yo,
and Fizz is
Pelicans
still on
better
the
get a
board.
because
big,
I don't
bro.
got no block, nigga. That's why.
Pelicans need a big, bro.
They can get Malawak at 7.
Yeah, Pelicans.
Bro, whoever
They can
get
get Malawak
Malawak,
at
nigga, I'm
7.
praying on their downfall. Fuck that.
You think Ace Bailey? Yo, who made that?
They got the Nets.
put
Niggas said
conflict-
Ace Bailey going to 7?
Yo, that shit
Alright.
is ass. What the fuck,
Con Knuckle on the Sixers is nasty work.
bro? Nah,
I don't know why y'all keep saying that
I
when
will
he's
say,
one of the
yo,
highest rated people on these pro scouts big
Bro,
board.
he's not gonna be I don't think he's gonna be lottery anyway. They just came out and said he got an injury. So
Yo,
he
I'm not
dropped out
gonna
of the
lie,
combine.
bro.
Now I'm getting
Yeah, he got an
Yo.
injury. He got an ankle injury, so he dropped out of the combine.
Yeah, we
So he's
still up. Mrs. The Realist.
and Boogie Flan dropped out. He's going back
yeah.
to college. So
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I think Con Knuckle is going to the Jazz at 5.
He
could.
I think he's moving up to 5 to the Jazz.
The only thing is now that he has an injury, like it might be a Cam Whitmore situation where he might drop because they might be off the injury thing. Like, nah, we ain't trying to get an injured player.
It makes sense though. Con Knuckle to the Jazz, Utah Jazz makes sense, bro.
But if this is our pick, I'm Gucci. But I don't think Ace Bailey is going to 7. I don't know who made
Ace
this.
Bailey's
but
guaranteed top 3, bro. Top 3 is guaranteed.
If that nigga dropped to 7, that'd be crazy. But
Ace definitely not gonna be the number 1 option on that team. He definitely gonna be like third.
you don't think he gonna be? I mean, if Zion's still, Zion's still there, then I think him and Zion might,
How is he even gonna fit in that roster, bro?
Because of the second pick, and what y'all was saying. I don't really think he fall to 7. I don't know.
How is he even gonna fit in that team, bro?
Listen, I say I could see us getting Fizz. I could see Ace Bailey going to the Spurs. I could see the 76ers getting VJ Edgecombe. You know what I'm saying? I could see that.
Someone was giving an idea about Philly trading that pick and Paul George to get off the Paul George contract to another team.
No one wants Paul George's contract, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know how that's gonna work, but they might keep it and select Ace. But I think that pick will be. I think the third pick will be up for grabs as well. I don't think they select Ace because I'm seeing Philly fans. I went to their page on Instagram just to see where they was, how they was feeling. Them niggas just like, we don't want Ace.
Yo, hold on. Yo, shout out to DFJ. I put him on timeout for saying Brooklyn got fake love. He a Sixer fan. I was giving him hellfire in the chat,
bro.
But I wanted to ask him, since they got the third pick, they could get Con Knuckle or they could get, whoever is left after the first two. It don't have to be Con Knuckle. So it's just the same way Zach Edey was projected to go to the Heat, but he went to the Grizzlies. Same thing. So I'm saying that to say,
one thing we need to realize too.
Listening to this DFJ, I did want to hear your take on, who you was going to get. It's just when I seen you, I just thought of the 76ers. It's nothing personal, you know what I mean? I think you're a good content creator, but yeah, man, I was vexed.
Do you think instead of Ace, Philly go Malawak? Because if Embiid is having these issues and he can't play back to backs, you might go Malawak and be like, yo, he's our insurance just in case this dude
and he is
on some BS.
7'2", bro.
They might can go Malawa at 3, depending.
See, I don't know though, bro, because the Spurs might take Ace too instead of Dylan, and might not trade their pick.
That's an option too.
I don't even know about the Spurs.
I think because a lot of people have been saying you go BPA, like best player available, and I get it, but it's just with Castle and Fox there, it's just I don't think Dylan makes sense.
Definitely, yeah. And I don't know what Dylan's gonna do on the Sixers because they already got mad guards too.
He set me clean up.
Yeah, because they got Tyrese Maxey, they got Jared McCain.
They have Quentin Grimes. They have Maxey.
Yeah,
they got mad guards too.
I don't know. Unless the Spurs just say screw it.
Nobody wanted to call timeout, bro.
Unless the Spurs just say screw it and just take Dylan and like figure it out. But I mean, I think Ace would be the best fit for them because they need a wing. Like they've been lacking at the wing they need spacing in the lineup too.
No.
I like Fox and Castle, but they not exactly knockdown shooters, so you need a guy that can catch and shoot. You can put him in the corner. He'll and he can create his own shot. So
people keep
that would
saying
work out.
Spurs are gonna trade Castle, bro. They're not gonna trade Castle, bro. Be honest.
That's
I don't think they should.
Back, bro. That's
they better. I better not trade Castle.
And then they get got it. So some guys have it all.
I wish these niggas were. They basically built that entire team. The league has built that team. I wish they would build that shit. That's the other thing I don't like. Like
the league is building the San Antonio Spurs.
That's what I just said. Like I feel like if these niggas is talking about disparity and competition, like give these other teams a shot. Like why are you not if it's all about competition, like let the Nets, Washington, or whoever. Let them get these high-end prospects. Why are y'all giving these shit to niggas that's making the play-in? Like this shit, it makes no sense.
That's just crazy.
Like that shit is stupid.
Bro, 76ers are stacked too, bro.
Hold on. We could. I'm gonna probably send you the link so we can start the show with that. Maybe the NBA, wanna put these high draft picks in winning situations, opposed to situations
in the West, though.
Building a franchise from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
that shit whack, man.
I mean,
that shit whack. I feel like they choosing ratings and storylines over. I feel like competition.
That's going.
Hold on.
I'm gonna put that under my picture for the next time I come in. That's why I'm gonna say it again. Tanking don't work. It's best to compete. Let the chips fall where they may.
I was on Chill and Fluent earlier, and I was basically I seen Leaf there too. I was basically telling him that the fans, you don't have to treat the fans when it comes to competition. They're gonna buy in as long as it's real competition. The fans are gonna buy in. You know what I'm saying? The fans are gonna.
I agree.
It don't matter if it's this team or that team. As long as they see top level, these are the best basketball. These are professional, best basketball players in the world. If they play in that top competitive level, the fans are going to buy in regardless of who it is. It ain't going to be about who could sell the best cereal.
We should stop.
But Breezy, my thing is the point of the lottery or the whole entire point of the lottery is to make the trash teams better. Like that should be the whole point.
But that's on us for even believing that, because the NBA said that they're going to make it so that if you are actively tanking, you're not rewarded, and we're seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
We are seeing it.
Yeah,
the league said that.
What do you
when they changed
they found Philly and they got the 3rd pick.
Yo,
right.
Bro,
so clearly they going back on their word.
Yo, bro, the Spurs.
That's why when I seen
it depends on who you are.
Chat, I was saying all of the stuff that I was saying. No personal shit at him. Like I like dude, he a good content creator. I hope he come back to the panel. But that's why I said what I said. I said that prior. I said it's no way that the NBA is gonna find a team and then give them a top draft pick. And that's exactly what they turned around and did. So it's like
Utah got fined and they gave them niggas 5.
But hold on, hold on.
Bro.
Yeah, I gotta close out so I could clip the show up. Again, StreamYard, they give me a 2-hour time span. You know what I'm saying? After the next game, I try to pull up earlier or something. But I want to say thank you to Big Priest, Leaf, Bra, LM, everybody that I might have forgot, Gary that joined the panel. Shout to the whole entire chat, Easy, even though he was trolling me the whole entire stream. Shout out to all you guys, man. Nets fans is the best fans. Later, y'all. Peace.